Protests over the war in Gaza continuing at Columbia University. This as the deadline for students to clear the encampment on campus has been extended.
And the protests are spreading to other campuses yet again. This is the scene from earlier this morning at City College of New York. Students were called to join the encampment and rally beginning at 10 this morning, and so far, no arrests have been made.
All right, we want to go now to Michelle Ross, who is live for us at Columbia at the campus there. Michelle, what are the developments today?
Chris, Ashley, just as we have seen all week, there is still a police presence outside the gates here and barricades lined up on Broadway. Classes still being held hybrid as Jewish students say that they have been experiencing a surge in anti-Semitism. Now, the encampment on campus still stands as pro-Palestinian protesters are calling on Columbia University to divest funds and companies that they say profit off of Israel's war in Gaza. The demonstrations here have sparked protests at other colleges across the country, including Yale, UNC, Temple, and locally NYU. House Speaker Mike Johnson also came here to Columbia yesterday, calling on the school's president to resign. Now, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez posting on X her disapproval of the university having the NYPD to break up the encampment, arresting about 100 protesters. She wrote, not only did Columbia make the horrific decision to mobilize NYPD on their own students, but the units called in have some of the most violent reputations on the force. Now, NYPD Chief of Patrol John Chell responded also on X, saying he was there when it happened, adding these units removed students with great care and professionalism. Not a single incident was reported. The only incidents that day on campus were the students' hateful anti-Semitic speech and vile language towards our cops. One student explains the anti-Semitism he's been experiencing on campus.
We saw pictures of Hamas. We saw the logos of Hamas. We saw people chanting about there is no place for Zionism here and Zionist people here. I am not allowed to walk into this, however you want to call it, camp, encampment, whatever.
And yesterday, the university said that they are working with students to remove some of these tents and to make sure that no non-students are participating in these demonstrations. And in a few minutes, we will be heading back onto campus to see the current state of the encampment as this deadline approaches. We're live in Morningside Heights. Michelle Ross, Fox 5 News.